So here we have William, Kate, Meghan and Harry. So the public were waiting for them to do a walkabout, greet the public and just share their condolences after the Queen had died. And this was September 2022. So the cars were coming out of Windsor Castle. They came down the driveway. There was a security car next door. Kate got out first and acted like she was God. She was making Meghan wait behind to make sure that Kate was in front and that Meghan was right behind her. Now here we have this Royal Aide. So this is the Royal Aide. So William walked over first and the bloke never stepped forward and he just shook his hand. Then Harry walked over and he shook hands and the bloke stepped forward because he likes Harry. And then Kate came over and shook his hand, and again, he didn't really say that much. And then Meghan comes over, and the bloke, can you see? He's doing the biggest bow to Meghan. Look how low he is bowing to her. Now you can find this video on YouTube. Just put in the Windsor walkabout, the Queen, and you'll see it. But can you just see? Look how low he is bowing to her. And look at Kate's face. Look at it. Look at her face. The anger and the contempt on her face. Look at her face. She doesn't like it that Aide is giving the Duchess of Sussex the biggest bow. And you say that Meghan's childish. I think Kate's the childish one. Look at her face. Because this one is before Meghan's even shaken hands with the Royal Aide. And look, she's still miserable. Look at her face. This woman has got a hang up with the Duchess of Sussex. She doesn't like her. She doesn't like her when she's nice. She doesn't like her when she's nice to other people. She just doesn't like her at all, basically. Because this is the first one when Meghan was walking over to the Aide. Kate stands there with her arms dropped like, I give up. Why is it all about the Duchess of Sussex? Look at her face. Giving her the evils like, ugh, it's you, I can't get rid of you. And then this one, when the Royal Aide bows to the Duchess of Sussex, great big bow. The bloke obviously liked her a lot and she's not having it. She's not a happy bunny, Kate. Look at her face. Just because the Duchess of Sussex got a bigger bow than the so-called future Queen. So people say, oh, you're just reading too much into things. Go and find the video, have a look for yourself. Because it's very clear and obvious to people that have a brain. Just look at it. She's walking over. She hasn't even greeted the Aide yet. William looks a bit uncomfortable. Harry looks absolutely terrified. And look at Kate. Like, who are you? Who the hell do you think you are? Why do you have to be here? Why can't it just be me having all the attention? And you can just tell that she absolutely despises Meghan. She hates the woman. She's never liked her. She's always had an issue and a hang up about her. Just because she's more popular than you, Kate, doesn't mean you have to get all shirty and showing your true colours in public. Because again, this is just like the one where she lunged forward at Meghan. This was at the beginning and the other one was at the end. So at the beginning, she was showing her true feelings towards Meghan. And at the end, she was showing her true feelings. She can't hide her emotions. And again, if you look at this one, there's another picture. If you look it up, Kate, after they'd shaken hands, she stood there and she was ringing them again. Again, it just shows how angry she was because she didn't like it that Harry, her and William had all had a bow, but she thought it was unacceptable that the Aide had to bow to Meghan. But it looked like he wanted to be honest. He looked really happy. He was smiling. He didn't look like, oh, it's you, the Duchess of Sussex, that threw the royal family under the bus. Actually, that's another good question. Do you really think the Royal Aide would behave like that if he didn't like Meghan? Do you really believe that? If she was a horrible person, would he be behaving like that? Because I don't think he would. I think deep down he knew who the troublemakers were. William and Kate, and the contempt you can just see it. She just, every time Meghan's about, look, she's coming up, ready to shake his hand. And look, no one else is looking at Meghan, just her. She can't stomach it. She just can't accept that Meghan was there that day. And just look at her face. And people say, oh, rubbish, it's been doctored. It hasn't. This is a proper video that's on YouTube on the Royal Family channel. So don't tell me this has been manipulated with. It's real, okay? I know you don't want to see it, Kate fans, but you're going to have to see it. Just look at Kate's behaviour. Please don't tell me that this is a nice, caring, kind person. It's the opposite. It's unwelcoming, it's threatening, it's aggressive. Their behaviour is showing. She can't hide the hatred. She's always had a bad... She's never had, she can't hide her feelings. So when she feels happy, she's actually on top of the world. But you know when Kate's having a bad day because she looks suicidal. And this one, you can just see her face. She doesn't approve of Meghan walking over. It's like Meghan should have stayed in the car and not get out. But Meghan is married to Harry, Kate. That is his wife, and you have to just live with that, I'm afraid. I know you fancied him yourself, but you've ended up with a beater. But just look, guys. Just please look at the photo and think what you think. Drop it down in the comments what you think, because I just think this is a very unhinged, not very confident. She doesn't have a lot of confidence in herself because she knows this one's the real deal. Meghan is the real deal, and she knows that. And she knows she can never outshine her, outcompete her, nothing. And just her behaviour, the public wanted to see them. They were happy that Harry and Meghan were back. They get out the car, and the first thing she does is she turns into the green-eyed monster. This and this. You need to realise, everyone, and I think Harry could sense something because he actually came round this side afterwards and put his hand on Meghan's back. And I will say, when Harry lost his security, he said, look, I can forgive my father and my brother, but he never mentioned Kate. Like, I know who caused all the trouble, you, and why should I forgive you when you've ruined my wife's life? And I don't blame him, because I'd say without Kate, Meghan would have managed. She'd have managed to get through it. But this woman is evil. She's pure evil, actually. She's like one of these people that you see on the telly that are like psychopaths, and they're just so evil and nasty, and they just can't hide their disdain and feelings for that certain person. She just... How is this welcoming the Duchess of Sussex back to the UK? How is Kate helping Meghan feel safe and supported? How is this behaviour allowed to be filmed on live camera, and yet no one talks about how Kate treated her? And all you get is, it's the Oprah interview. No, Kate was like this before the Oprah interview, okay? She was like this in 2016, 2017, 2018. Harry and Meghan started talking in 2021. So why was Kate briefing the press about Harry and Meghan before they'd even gone to America? You need to wake up, everyone. You need to go back on all the old videos and look at how Kate's facial gestures change when the Duchess of Sussex is about. She wanted Meghan gone, and they just came back once to grieve for the Queen, and she didn't like it. That's Harry's grandmother, Kate, okay? She was more of a grandmother and a relation than you were to the Queen. She didn't like the Queen, but she made out like, oh yes, I loved Queen Elizabeth, she was wonderful. She's a liar and a bully.